The Alpha Sessions.
Hello and welcome to the Alpha Sessions. I'm Sophia Brown, and joining me in the studio today we have Bonnie Freechild. Hello Bonnie, how are you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Nice to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
So Bonnie, you're a artist and a songwriter.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background and your upbringing? We were chatting a bit off camera about you basically being from the other side of the world, and how there's like a few patches of the earth that you call your home. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, that's an interesting way to put it. So I was born in Australia, and then when I was 8 I moved to Brunei on the island of Borneo, because probably nobody knows where it is, and then I spent like 7 years there, went back to Australia for a bit, then to Ireland, then here. My dad is from the UK, my mum was Australian, so I'm like a third culture kid, they call it.
Cool. All over the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. I feel like your upbringing really like anchors your identity. Do you feel like with the music that you make that plays a role in the type of music that you make, your upbringing at all?
Yeah, I think in a sense, but it depends. Like if I was to be intentional about it, and sometimes I am, I'll add different sounds into things, and I have a plan for certain instruments actually from Borneo that I want to experiment with. I haven't done it yet though.
Oh my goodness.
But that's for the future. But yeah, I think so. And also like I went viral singing Malay songs, so the language Malay is what they speak in Brunei, a while ago, and yeah, that kind of influenced. I don't know, I learned a lot about my voice singing in another language. I'm not fluent in Malay, but I was quite good, obviously growing up there, and I learned it at school and stuff. So, it allowed me to explore my voice in a different way, I think, as well. And I suppose having multiple cultures, I see things, like I connect in lots of different ways with people, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, that's such a beautiful way to like connect with your culture through music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like all different cultures. So
Yeah.
I guess maybe the perspective I write from is a bit more open or something. I don't know. The listeners would have to tell me.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I find like coming from New Zealand, also being away from my home, like writing about being away is like been really helpful for me to like connect with my home and just like appreciate home more, like being away from it.
It's not home, but
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where home is. Like, where I live now is home, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually feel like the world, like I'm just a citizen of the world.
Okay,
and
I love that.
And I would love to just like be geographically free as well as financially free.
On that,
yes.
Your name is Bonnie Freechild.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Are you a free child?
Most definitely.
You do have like a free spiritedness.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I think.
Yeah.
It depends how you interpret that. Like, but yes, I'm definitely like a traveler and just don't like being in the. I get itchy feet. Like the last year, I only went to like I was in Australia in the beginning of last year, and then I was in France for like 2 nights, and then Romania for 3 nights. That's the only travel I did last year, and it's the first time I've done that. I think I traveled more in the pandemic, but I've been focused on music and getting stuff out. So it sacrifice.
Amazing. I feel like moving to London for artists is like quite a common trajectory. Yeah. How have you found it so far being in London? What's your experience been?
It's been up and down. I think like Australia as an like almost adult there wasn't a lot of like opportunity there, I found. So that's why I came here. And yeah, like I guess it's quite easy to meet the right people, but it's a roller coaster really, and I've had some great times, I've had some not so great times.
Sure.
I think it's getting more accessible though, which is positive in some ways. Flooded also, but also the accessibility, and also I'm starting to really find like community, which is a really nice feeling, because I never really realized until recently that I need that because of the free spirit.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Like the traveling and not. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting to have that realization, but London is a great place for that because of all the different...
So diverse.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, which is what I need in life. I can't be just in one place with all the people that just were born there and grew up there, and that's all a bit weird.
What is your favourite thing about London?
Oh, my people, I think, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And actually summer. I feel like London is such a different place in summer.
Mm-hmm.
If you only ever spent winter here, you'd be like, why are you living here? But summer, it's like people are friendlier and like, yeah, it's a vibe. People are literally like on a different vibration in summer, I think.
Yeah, it's gorgeous in summer.
Yeah.
I have a very important question for you.
Okay.
If you were a tube line, what tube line would you be?
Oh.
I bet you get asked this all the time.
I've never had that is such a weird question.
I was going to ask you what your favourite is, but then I'm like, no, what tube line would you be?
Oh, you know,
why?
I'm going to have to go with the Elizabeth line because I'm royalty. No, I'm joking.
It's the best one. So
well, it's just like the freshest and the cleanest and the, like I can breathe.
Yeah.
So it does actually feel the most free.
Okay.
Like you're not underground as much, and because that mole existence, I can't. That's what when I first moved here, I called it the mole existence because you like wake up and it's dark, and then you go to your freaking day job if you have one, and which most of us do, and then you're in the office, and then you know it's just literally like you're underground and in the dark the whole time. So yeah, the Elizabeth line, even if you're in the dark, at least you can see.
Okay, love that. Good answer. Good answer.
Thank you. What's yours? I want to know what yours is.
I think I would maybe be the district line.
Okay.
Kind of like, also you can breathe.
Yeah, that's
clean,
true.
kind of slow.
Yeah,
she doesn't go too fast.
That's your vibe. You're like a little bit laid back.
Don't rush.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Take your time. smell the flowers. Well, yes, it's great to have you here in London and sharing your music with us and your fan base. So let's have a listen to one of your songs. This is 1993 by Bonnie Freechild.
Exciting.
Want you to love me like we're stuck in 1993. Vulnerable type, heart on the line, knows how to make me weak. That's when love was sweet, back in 1993. I'm looking for that real love, red roses, butterflies. When MTV showed us what real love should be like. Old school love got me all in my feelings, like some Jodeci, De La on the beat. Love really had a meaning. Love me like we're stuck in 1993. Vulnerable type, heart on the line, knows how to make me weak. That's when love was sweet, back in 1993. Let me break it down. Dim the lights, forget the world, don't make a sound. Ooh, nothing feels quite like R&B. Roller skates, holding hands in summer. Mixtapes made just for your lover. Nothing feels quite like R&B. Slow jam, slow mo, hit the harmony. We like we're stuck in 1990. Oh yeah. On the line, knows how to make me weak. That's when love was sweet, back in 1993. Nothing feels quite like R&B. Love me like we're stuck in 1993. Nothing feels quite like R&B. There's no love like 90s R&B.
The Alpha Sessions.
Okay, thank you, Bonnie. That was gorgeous. Can you tell us a little bit about your songwriting process for this specific song?
For this song, I was going to say like it's always different. But this song, so I had the idea in my head for quite like maybe a couple years about I wanted to write a song about the way 90s R&B feels and the love, 90s R&B love, basically, because all the videos and it's just so like evocative and romantic, and the rose petals and the candlelight and all of that, and so I wanted to write a song talking about R&B love, and met a new friend at a show who's a producer and a songwriter, and then we had a bit of a session together, and ended up coming up with this, and it ended up being called 1993 because 3 rhymes with R&B.
Nice.
It's like the most boring, like, how did you get to that? But it kind of worked, because then when we looked at like even what happened in 1993, there's like so much cool stuff, like Janet Jackson, I think That's the Way Love Goes came out in 93, like so many things, and then the reason I mentioned De La Soul I think they had their second album maybe in 93. It was a bit of a change for them, and I met Pos from De La Soul quite a long time ago, so I've like friends with him, and I was like, let me do a little shout out in my 90s, because what is 90s R&B without hip hop as well, right? So so it's kind of an amalgamation of things, and I put a little breakdown in it because I wanted that dim the lights, like I really wanted to, because when you listen to the art and you're like, and you just want to like eat it or something. Eat the song. That doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So and just ended up being, it's probably more like a little more, I don't know, I guess it's a bit more upbeat and pop than some of the stuff that I do. But I really like it. The response has been really nice. And I got my first 5,000 streams on Spotify, which is really nice. Really nice.
It's a great milestone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. But you say your process is different for your songwriting. Can you explain how and why it's different for different songs?
Just depends on the circumstance. I guess there's I don't know if you do this as well as probably most of us, but like sometimes you can have an intentional session with somebody. So, we met up to write a song, and it was like, oh, what should we? Okay, I've already got a subject, and he's tinkling on the piano, and then I'm just sort of singing along, But sometimes I might just be walking down the street and I get a melody pop into my head, and then I'll voice note it, and then, a year, who knows, 2 days, 2 months, 2 years later, I go back to it. Sometimes when I was playing piano a bit more, when I learned, I don't play properly, but when I was playing it regularly, basic piano, I would just, if I felt, that desire to write a song, I would just sit there. But then sometimes equally, I'll just go and play samples from Splice and make a little loop, and then I'll do some beatboxing and just do random stuff. And if I just feel like writing a song, or if I'm upset, usually about a guy.
Yeah.
Situationships.
It's a good outlet.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. You have a few different sort of ways in.
Yeah, so many
accessing that creativity.
Yeah,
that's
I think
really nice.
just all the ways, basically.
Yeah, all of the
Do you do that as well?
Yeah, it's interesting you say that you feel creative when you're like moving, like going for a walk or something.
Yeah.
I always feel the most creative when I'm like active or moving.
Interesting.
Or, like, I'll go for a walk and just like observe everything that's around me, write everything down.
Do you do that?
I really
I
found that quite helpful.
Like I should do that. Sometimes I get ideas in the swimming pool.
Oh, that's fun.
So annoying. I swim really often, and but because then I have to try and remember them for like an hour. While
you're doing like freestyle.
Yeah, literally. And then I just have to try and repeat it to myself over and over again. In fact, I've got an EP coming out on the 23rd of February.
Exciting. Let's chat more about that.
Yes. And the title for it came into my head because I started writing a spoken word in my head, and it was like, after bittersweet aftertaste of you, there's not on the EP, but that came, and I was like, oh gosh, I have to remember this, So I actually want to buy like a waterproof notepad to put at the end of the pool, because it keeps happening.
That's a great idea.
It's like meditative, right? And
someone needs to invent that.
I think I did look on Amazon, and it looks like there might be something that would work. I don't know. We'll try it.
That's so funny. Are there any like foods that make you feel creative? Like for me personally, when I'm in the studio, me and my producer will always eat the same chocolate bars. Really? Like he'll have a Bueno and I'll have a Boost. And then that's like how we start our session. And we just like get in the zone.
Well, like rituals kind of.
Yeah.
Not really with food, no.
Okay.
Well, I try not to. I don't really eat that much when I'm doing musical things, because I feel like who knows what my body will do.
Yeah.
reactions to food. I do have at home, I've got a home studio and I've got a salt lamp in there, like a Himalayan salt lamp. So I always turn that on. And my music coach, she suggested spraying like a lavendery scented thing. So sometimes, like, if I'm like, I'm going to get in the zone, I spray that. And I do like nervous system exercises as well, like if I'm feeling procrastinating and stuff like that. So yeah, that stuff, but not food.
It sounds like you got your routine down pat.
Sometimes,
yeah,
when I remember.
Do you have a favourite lyric that you've written?
Do you know what? It's like
all of them. It's so hard to choose.
No,
they're all so good.
No, there's I mean, quite a lot of Goddess is like quite, you know, meaningful. But actually, one of the first songs I ever wrote, towards the beginning of my songwriting, I wrote a song called, I think it was called Try Again. And there was a lyric that was like, I see our spirit guides sharing a cup of tea, discussing the path of such beauty to which this could lead. Something like that. And I was like, I remember I always loved that. The visual that you get from
that's beautiful.
That lyric. It was a really pretty song.
It's so exciting when you write a lyric and you're like, oh, this is like exactly how I feel. And it just like comes together so perfectly. It's so satisfying.
But also, do you get that? Do you ever do that? Like you write something and you're like, how did I come up with that? Like, that's so...
Am I a genius?
Like, well, do you know, like, the original, like, meaning of genius or whatever was, like, you had a genius, not... You weren't a genius. You had a little creature in the wall or something, or that sat on your shoulder. So you had a genius rather than you are a genius, and then it just somehow merged over time. So now sometimes
like
when I'm writing, literally, sometimes I
into...
picture like this little creature in the wall.
That's so funny. So with 1993, that was a co-write, correct?
Yes. Quest, the producer.
Oh, nice. Collabs. What's your dream collab? Dead or alive, any artist that you could work with?
Michael Jackson.
Really?
Yeah, number one, Michael Jackson.
Awesome.
But alive, there's so many. Like, okay, I mean, Jasmine Sullivan.
Okay.
Would be amazing. Co-write, Max Martin.
Nice.
Because we all want a number one. There's just there's Beyonce, like
so many.
Yeah, so many. Even like UK, like Sinead Harnett. I don't know.
Okay.
I love some of her music. Sorry, now they're all coming to me. Yeah. K1, it's like a newer artist. I love her. I would love to write with her. Actually, Kehlani, they work together a lot. Oh yeah, no, there's loads. Sasha Keeble.
Okay.
I feel like me and her would write really well together. Yeah. I think it would be cool.
So writing obviously is like a big part of like making music.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favourite element? Writing, recording, or like performing? Do you have a favourite, or are they all kind of intertwined?
Probably writing. Yeah, probably writing gives me like the most gratification. But I don't know, like performing is... The thing I like about performing is that afterwards, when you talk to people and they talk about the connection that they felt to you or your music, that's probably my favorite thing about performing, that people, you've literally written how they feel even though you've never met them. So it's the connection. Yeah. I do like recording as well when I'm by myself. I don't like other people stress me out, but I can just do all my BVs, millions of harmonies and BVs. I could just do 50 if I want, and nobody bothers me, you know.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, but I think writing, there's definitely, I think you'll probably get this, there's something about getting it out of you that's the catharsis of it, I guess, as well.
I 100% agree. On the topic of performing, how many live shows have you played in London? How's that going for you?
I have done lots over the years, but recently not as many. Like the last year or so, how many have I done? I did this huge, actually it was really cool. It was almost like a re-debut kind of thing when I put out this song Dopamine last year. And I randomly decided to put on an event at a place called The Lab in Stratford in the East Village. And it was like an arts fashion kind of space, and it's closed now, but yeah, that was really cool. About 2 weeks before, I was like, shall I just do a pre-release? And so I put this event together, like 100 people came, and it was amazing. And it was like, I made it like, I wanted it to be a community connection vibe, and also dopamine. Like I wanted people to leave with dopamine or feel dopamine in there. And so I had like a connection corner with like Stephen Bartlett's conversation cards, and I had like a little art display of a couple of local artists, and I had a canvas where people could contribute their own bit of art on the community canvas. Selfie station, I had goodie bags. Like it was really cool. Yeah, it was so cool. And then I did a couple of songs, and it was just such a nice vibe. I absolutely loved it. So that was great. So I want to do more things like that, like my own events, but probably involve other artists as well. But it felt really good to curate something that, again, was like boosted connections so much.
It sounds like you're very connected to your audience and your fan base.
But I didn't really know that much until like that event in particular. Like people I'd never met were just like, oh, you're so like, I feel so like comfy with you or grounded or something, and I'm like, I don't know how, but yay, like excellent. I'm glad you feel it. I don't know, maybe it's the Freechildness, but
exactly.
But yeah, so I really enjoyed that, and I've done a couple of other shows, but I really like doing live band shows, and because of the expense of it, it's not always possible. So I've been doing more backing tracks, which I want to go more into back to live bands, because of all my favourite shows in the past. I did Notting Hill Arts Club a few years ago, which was fantastic. It was the best show that I've done probably. It was like a concert. I don't know how it happened. I wasn't even prepared.
But it happened.
You know, when the audience, and you get that in between songs and you get that connection with the audience, and it all just it was fantastic. So yeah, but I've got the next big show I'm doing is at Soul Mama on May 13th, supporting a guy called Ricky Jones, who's got some like Motown affiliation, and he's very cool soul. And that is a full live band that I know them, have put it together sort of. Well, I'm stolen them from another event basically, and they're all phenomenal musicians. So, and I'm getting backing singers, and it's going to be like the whole shebang again.
Wow.
So I'm really excited.
What a wonderful thing to look forward to.
Yeah.
So that's May.
Yes, May 13th.
May 13th.
Soul Mama.
Put it in
Tickets
your calendars,
are on sale
everybody.
now.
Amazing. And for a show like that, do you have a pre-show ritual? Anything that kind of keeps your nerves in check, or gets you in the zone?
I've been trying to do more like nervous system exercises, like just like stomping and stuff like that, and just saying like everything gets to be easy, because I definitely do get stage fright. Like as you've seen me recording these songs, I get a bit like, but yeah, it depends. I can get really in my head, but I think I'm getting better. Obviously, with each show, you get more confident, and also the uncomfortable ones. When I was viral in Asia, I was like performing there a bit, and then when I went back to, in fact, maybe that's what happened. When I went back and I did Notting Hill Arts Club, singing in English, it just felt like so much easier, because it's so much pressure to be of a different like country, a different language, and then you have to make sure you get it right, so people aren't like, that was a wrong pronunciation. You know, so maybe that helps. But yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's something to look forward to. But until then, let's hear another track of yours. This is Goddess by Bonnie Freechild.
Yay.
If you could see my value, then you could see my worth. I wouldn't have to tell you I am the salt of the earth. If you could see my beauty, I'm not just getting deep, embedded in my psyche, my veins glittering. When you wake up from your daydreams, come and find me. I'll be the sunbeam, like a ray of light, some mystery. I'm the sunrise personified. I'm a goddess, No one could ever break me. Yes, I am a goddess. No one could really hurt me. I'm a goddess, and I'm a warrior. Yeah, you can call me goddess. Goddamn, I'm a queen. Can you see my aura shimmering like gold? My energy is different. I'm nothing if not bold. Can you feel my power vibrationally high? Meet me on my level. I'll make you feel alive. When you wake up from your daydreams, come and find me. I'll be the sunbeam, like a ray of light with some mystery. I'm the sunrise personified. I'm a goddess. No one can ever break me. Yes, I am a goddess. No one can really hurt me. I'm a goddess, and I'm a warrior. Yeah, you can call me goddess. Goddamn, I'm a queen. I have a beauty that transcends traditional. Make no mistake, I know I'm unconventional. In other dimensions, I command attention. Do I need to mention the effects on your senses? Think, hear, feel, see. Breathe me. Love, touch, hold, kiss. Need. I am a goddess, and I'm a warrior. Yes, I'm a warrior. I am protected by those who walk before me. I am a goddess, and I'm a warrior. Yes, I'm a warrior. I stay protected by those who walk before me. I come from the water. It's deep within me. It doesn't really matter who I'm supposed to be. Oh, come from my mother. She's not free. I have her spirit, it's all in me. I'm a goddess. No one can ever break me. Yes, I am a goddess. No one can really hurt me. I'm a goddess, and I'm a warrior. Yeah, you can call me goddess. And goddamn, I'm a queen.
The Alpha Sessions.
That was Goddess by Bonnie Freechild. Thank you for sharing. It was a beautiful song. Can you tell us the story behind Goddess?
I heard that, actually I can't even remember what it's called, so this is going to be a bad part of the story. There was a song that I heard that had like this sort of mellow kind of soulful verse and pre, and then it went into this big I See Red, I think it's called Red. I can't remember who sings it. Anyway, there was something about the way that it built that I really liked, and it kind of had in my head, I want to write something like that. And then I was seeing a person, and I was getting a lot of anxiety because I didn't know what was going on, confusion, dating in 2020s. And I had so much anxiety that I started this mantra, and I was like, people had sometimes said to me, "Oh, Amazonian goddess," because I'm tall. So
love that.
Yeah, no, it's a bit like because sometimes people are like, "Oh, you wrote a song about how you're a goddess." I'm like, it's not really meant to be that, right? It was more like a personal mantra. So the word goddess came from that. People referring to me as that over the years, and then for me, I was like, yes, I'm a goddess. I've got to remember that, and so I kind of wrote it as a mantra. And I remember even at the time, like I'd be on the tube having anxiety and I'd be working on the song, like listening to the demo and so on. And it really helped calm my anxiety. And then as I continued to write it, I guess it became quite reflective, and I just started thinking about ancestors, and I'm a warrior, and, those that came before me. And it kind of turned into parts about my mum, like who am I? Well, I'm Nora's daughter. And oh no, I am gonna cry.
Okay,
no, I can't cry. No. You see how good at this you are. Yeah, so, and I've never really written any songs about her. Like, I've never finished anything anyway. She died when I was 14. And yeah, and it just became like me, I guess, thinking about like channeling mum's power almost, because she was like 6 foot, and she was a psychologist, so she had this like real warm energy about her. She was a kids and adult psychologist, but often she worked with kids, so she had this real glow and like elegance about her. So thinking like that I channel my mum is like quite a nice feeling to feel connected to her. So it was really interesting that it went from situationship to
what a journey that it's taken.
Exactly, and it's such a long song, that's why.
I love that you've kind of taken that anxiety that you were feeling and turned it into something really beautiful and reflective. Like that's a beautiful journey to go on, and also, you know, channeling your innermost like thoughts and feelings, and your hardship as well, and turning it into something that's beautiful. Like that's so courageous. So thank you for sharing that with us. Also, like what I love about music is that what you've created with this song, like for your mum, is something that no one else has ever created. It's completely unique to you and to your experiences and everything that's led you to where you are now. Yeah, that's just so exciting, and it's completely yours. Yeah. But in saying that, you can still connect with that, and people, like you say, that you've never met can still connect 100% with that story. Yeah,
I feel like the ultimately when I finished the song, I was like, this is for everybody as well, like even men, right? Like, you know, I want men to be like, I'm a goddess. Yeah. Like, you know, and I have like a lot of like trans friends and family and LGBT community. Like I want everybody to, and some of my closest friends are like, yes, I listen to that every morning. You know, like I even
empowering.
And I'm like, oh, like that's crazy that somebody's like listening to my song first thing in the morning. And you know, after shows as well, people say some beautiful things to me about that song. There was a girl. I did a show in December, and she came up to me afterwards, and I think she was maybe 18, and she was like, basically told me her whole life story, and that when she was outside doing the door, and that when she heard the song, she was like, oh, what she said, I've got to go and listen to that. And then she was like, oh, like it's just made me feel really connected, and I've had all this hardship, and she told me about like her whole life, like some really personal stuff, and I was like, the power of music,
I know,
right? To like make you feel heard and seen. Yeah, it's wild. And yet it was about me and mom and so on.
Something so personal can be so interpreted
relatable.
So widely. So obviously making music is a talent of yours. Do you have any useless talents?
Useless talents? No, nothing is useless. You can utilize everything,
of course.
I don't know,
is anything random?
I don't I'm not sure.
We can circle back.
I can do that.
Oh gosh, what's going on there?
It's like I'm not double jointed, but I can do weird stuff with my fingers. That's probably.
That's so funny.
Zoom in on that.
Yeah, just get a close up of that one. All right, circling back to the music.
You don't like my weird fingers,
right?
Especially with the nails. Yeah. I'm like T-Rex.
You have a brand new single.
Yes.
Called Peach.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, Peach. I checked my voice notes the other day. You know, I was looking for like content. I need to start posting content. And I found the voice note. The first voice note of the idea was like 2022. And I just had this like melody in my head of like a bit of an old school, like almost barbershop quartet thingy going naked, 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 like that kind of vibe. And so I recorded it, and then a while later I'd met like a new producer, and I was like, oh, maybe we could try starting on this song. I developed it on the piano first with some chords and stuff, and then had a session with this producer, and he made the chords prettier because he could play properly. And then I left it for ages, and then another producer, like maybe a year or so ago, we started and we finished writing the song together. So it's another kind of ended up as a co-write. But I've had so many iterations of the song because when we first finished it, I realized it was too cheesy. And I have a little fear around this song because it's very sensual, suggestive, and I'm not so like overt with that kind of stuff. I'm more cheeky and sassy or whatever. So I feel a little bit vulnerable about this. But when we first did it, having all the instruments right from the beginning, I was like, this sounds cheesy, like, and it just was like, it was not sitting right. And I was literally like, I might scrap this entire song because I don't want to, I'm like, the last thing I am is cheesy. Cheeky, fine,
Sure.
but not cheesy. Anyway, I was working with the engineer, and he was like, maybe we just strip it back. So we ended up stripping it right back. I had to redo the vocals, I think for the third time though, because then the rhythm was slightly different. Like, rather than it being very like R&B pop, it became a bit more like intimate R&B soul, I guess. So to redo them again. But then it worked so much better with that intimacy. Yeah. And I say it's like if a song was a wink, this would be it. But it's really important that I communicate that.
Wait, I love that. That's such a good visual.
Right?
Yeah.
But because also...
a little bit cheeky, but
yeah.
not too...
And then also, when I finished it, I played it for my sister, and she got to the chorus. She didn't know what it was about. And she got to the chorus and started laughing. And I was like, okay, it's doing its job now.
Yeah.
Because that's the point. It's very unserious. I mention emojis in
wink emoji.
I don't say wink, but yeah, in the chorus, right, there's like a little, it's a little bit spicy.
Okay.
But it's, we're trying it. We're just, 2026, try some new things. We'll see how it goes. If everybody hates it, then
No one will, I promise you that. Let's hear it then. Okay. This is Peach by Bonnie Freechild.
I wanna see you naked, all twisted up inside my bed. I wanna see you naked, so I know it's not in my head. I need to see that aubergine in front of me. And does he like my peach? I wanna see you naked, naked. Naked, I see you in your white tee. Those Calvin Kleins intrigue me. Baby, when I rise me, almost stop my breathing. Wonder how your hands would feel wrapped around my waist. Sculpted to perfection, built exactly to my taste. Yeah, like a king or a goddess, feeling like I could be a goddess. And I don't wanna be honest, cause I'd have to admit that I want it. I don't usually do things like this, but with a body like that I must admit, I wanna see you naked, all twisted up inside my bed. I wanna see you naked, so I know it's not in my head. I wanna see that aubergine in front of me. And does he like my peach? I wanna see you naked, naked, naked. In my mind, that birthday suit looks good on you. I'ma let these thoughts run wild. You could turn the lights off, me on, slow dance, have fun. I just wanna taste your smile. Oh no, I can't lose my focus. Feels like I'm under hypnosis, caught up in your hocus pocus. I'm putting myself under notice. I don't usually do things like this, with a body like that I must admit. I wanna see you naked, all twisted up inside my bed. I wanna see you naked, so I know it's not in my head. I wanna see that aubergine in front of me. And does he like my peach? I wanna see you naked, naked, naked. Kissy face, red heart, hard hands, purple devil on my mind. Hard eyes, red rose, crazy face, one lipstick print and you're mine. Kissy face, red heart, hard hands, purple devil on my mind, hard eyes, red rose, crazy face, one lipstick print in your mind. Mwah.
The Alpha Sessions.
That was Peach. A beautiful song. Great. Banger. I'm very excited to listen to that one. What are your plans for the future? Where can we see and hear you?
So we've got my EP Aftertaste. So
Tell us a little bit more.
That's so it's my first EP. Finally finished a project.
Yes.
Yes, my artist friends that have never finished, just finish.
Yeah.
Do the thing. Let it go. Record the songs. Put it out. You can do it.
Do the thing.
Slap a name on it. Aftertaste, because the feelings linger.
Yeah.
And you're left with
that aftertaste.
Yeah,
No, I
and
hear
whether
you.
it's sweet or bitter or spicy
Bittersweet.
or bittersweet, exactly. And I just thought I'm gonna do it finally. I'm gonna get it out. And then there's like a couple more, tracks that people wouldn't have heard. So that's exciting. I'm really intrigued. I didn't actually run the last track I didn't run it by anybody, which usually I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need like 50 people to listen and tell me what they think. I was just like, no, I need a song. I wrote a song called Therapy. And that's like, well, it was going to be the final track, but I switched the order anyway. And it's exactly what I wanted. I was like, I'm just putting it on.
You don't need...
No, I don't need it.
Yeah.
So the EP's coming out. And so weird timing, but after the EP's out, I'm going to Australia for a few weeks to visit family. And then when I'm back, I'm working with quite a few new people that I have met recently. So I'm going to start experimenting in the studio, other writers, other producers. I do produce a bit, so I want to do a bit more of that and work on my next project. I don't know what that is yet. I don't know what it looks like. I know it's going to be less about situationships and more intentional. Like I want to curate some of the feelings that I accidentally created, if that makes sense. So I want to intentionally connect with Asia or the LGBTQIA, community, or people that have ADHD, as because I recently got diagnosed. Like just all the things, all the facets of life that I connect with anyway, and just not as much situationship content, just a bit of a broader spectrum, and get some funding. That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
Yes, we get some funding, empowering women. Like I want to work with more women,
Yes, yeah.
Because women are a vibe, as are men. But I'm just,
Yeah.
And gigs, more live band gigs. But I want spaciousness with it, because I feel like this whole project, it was like I was trying to catch up with myself, because it's the first time I've done it. So I gave myself deadlines, and then probably needed more time. But I'm like, no, but it has to be done. I gotta go. And then it was just like overwhelmed, burnout, And I'm glad that I've gotten to this point where it's done, and it's like a massive relief, and it's a massive achievement to just let it go enough to put it out into the world. But yeah, I want some more ease, and I want to have like 20 songs or more. I mean, I already have more than 20 songs. I don't even know how many songs, but yeah, I want them all at least like recorded to demo, and then I can like go through them and decide, and I can send them like to my vocal coach and like work on the vocal before I properly vocal it, and just like really
be intentional with your decisions.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Intentional. See,
awesome.
10 minutes of rambling and intentional.
Well, it sounds like you have some very exciting things in the pipeline. So thank you so much for sharing today. It's been wonderful having you on the show. Do you have a final message for your fan base? Anything you'd like to say?
Well, just thanks to everybody that's supported me thus far. Like it's been a wild journey since I started releasing, and there's people that I feel like every time I do an event, I pick up. It's like I collect people, and whether they're fans or friends or like fan friends, like I just appreciate like every single stream and every single message and every single follow, and like I'm just grateful that people are connecting in person or online or on radio. I'm grateful I'm being invited to do things. And I'm excited for the future, and be strong. It's a hard world out there.
That's a lovely message. Thank you, Bonnie, for joining us today. You've been listening to the Alpha Sessions. I'm Sophia Brown, and we'll speak to you soon.
Thanks, Sophia.
Thank you.
The Alpha Sessions.